Hello, Taurus. I am Art Kozak. This is Art Kozak Tarot, and this is your reading from March 9th through the 15th, 2020. And Taurus, I see for you in the coming week, the major theme for you in the coming week has to do with emotional renewal. And these readings are general. What I have to say to you here could apply to love, it could apply to money or your professional circumstance, or whatever the cards have for you. But the impression that I'm getting intuitively is that for most of the people I'm talking to, this has to do with your romantic life, with your emotional life, and relating to other people romantically for the most part. And so what I'm seeing is a situation in which you've been under a lot of anxiety. You may have been alone for a while, or you may have been dating. You may have been dating kind of very frantically, kind of just juggling different people or trying to generate connections with different people here and there. And it didn't really seem like anything was coming to fruition. You were kind of left to a point where it was wearing you out a little bit. And so then you started seeing to the details. You started, and this could be the emotional details, this could be the physical details. Maybe you're paying more attention to yourself and how you're presenting yourself to the world. But for the most part, I think that you were put in a position where you're ready to kind of stop the action and say, hey, I need to just attend to the little things. Okay, there are some little things that are getting in my way when it comes to being able to connect with other people in the way that I want to, in the serious, committed way that I want to. You feel like you've been in a stalemate. I think in the coming week, you may still feel like you are a little bit at a stalemate when it comes to finding a romantic partner, to finding that invitation to love and to celebration that you're looking for, to happiness that you're looking for. You may still feel like there's a little bit of a stalemate there, but you've gotten over the anxiety part. That's the good news. You've gotten over the kind of obsessive compulsive need to attend to your broken heart by attending to every little stitch and piece of dirt that you might find here and there in your soul, if that's what you were looking for. You may have been a little bit worn out by that phase as well. Yeah, I think you kind of got tired of that. You've done what you need to do. I see somebody here who's done what they need to do as far as self-care and self-work, working on yourself is concerned. And so now it's time just to put yourself out there. Now it's time just to go ahead and let your heart be full. And this is what I see for you coming up in the coming week. At the beginning of the week especially, your heart is full. You're ready emotionally you are renewed emotionally, and you're ready to step out there and to generate connections with other people, and the people that you meet, the people that you are encountering, you're ready to be genuine with them and to wear your emotions on your sleeve a little bit, because why not? And it might not seem like people are responsive in the way that you want them to be, but so what? Because over time, what matters over time, and over a long period of time, stretching after this week especially, going forward into the future, well after this week, what's really going to matter is that you are in the right place and that you hold on to that. Because again, I see a story here about someone who has done the personal work that they need to do. You just don't know what the terrain looks like, okay? You just don't know who it is you're supposed to be connecting to. And we can never know what's going on with other people. I mean, other people are always a mystery to us, no matter how much we might learn about them. And so as long as you are in the right place, that's what matters. And you're going to be feeling that. I think you're going to be very sure of yourself in that respect coming up, especially at the beginning of the week. Now, near the end of the week, you're going to be relying on your intuition more. And I think just intuitively what I'm getting here is that you might be meeting someone. Yeah, you might be meeting someone who is a very intuitive kind of person, Someone who might see through you a little bit, but isn't necessarily letting on to that. Someone who is very strategic in their thinking, but someone who is also looking for a commitment. Okay, they're looking for their other half. They're looking for the real deal, as it were. And whether or not that's you, again, that remains to be seen. But again, the important thing is that you are in the right place. So by the end of the week, you're not necessarily going to have a full completion of your romantic cycle. I know we would like everything that we're going through to get done within the span of the particular tarot reading we're looking at or listening to at any given time. But by the end of the week, this is a situation that I see. I see a situation in which you have all the resources at your disposal. I'll say it again. For the I don't want to repeat myself too many times, but you are in the right place. You're good, and also you are defended against that which would be bad for you. The players out there, the people who would lie to you, the people who would take advantage of you, maybe in the way that you have been taken advantage of in the past, potentially. You may also meet a person who represents this kind of, should I say, strong yet slimy kind of personality. You're going to be well defended against that. You're not going to have to deal with that because that's the kind of thing that you can just parry. You can just toss that aside, brush it aside. And what you're really looking for and what you really want is mental clarity. You want the clarity that frankly only comes from going through the darkness, that only comes through going through all of the difficulty we have to go through to get to know other people and to get to a place where we are connecting with another person. That's what you're going to be wanting. But again, you have to go through the trial to get there. You have to go through the dark to get to the clarity. I do see potentially you may be rejecting an offer coming up in the coming week. You may be rejecting an offer from this person who is, again, this intuitive person, this very strategic thinker who isn't necessarily showing all of their cards. But I think if you meet this person, you're going to see that they're looking for a commitment. They're going to see you are at least going to see that they're judging you or they're evaluating you as a potential long-term commitment. This may be something that you reject. This may be something that you decide to hold out. You may decide to hold out for something better here, for something a little bit more materially stable, someone a little bit more materially stable. But again, by the end of the week, the main thing I can tell you is that you are well defended against the negative people out there that you may be afraid of or have been afraid of in the past. The people who would take advantage, the kind of people none of us really want to find ourselves in relationships with. You're well defended against that. Cool. Your main journey this week is going to be, I think, about maintaining that emotional renewal and affirming for yourself that you are now in a good place. And so I hope something I've had to say here is helpful to you in the coming week. Please check out my other videos. The Wheel of Fortune videos for this month are also there. They're already uploaded, and those are videos that are specifically designed to help you see where your opportunities lie during a coming month. So I think for you, that might be very important. Of course, I'm going to recommend my own videos, but for you, that might be a little something to think about this week as you go forward in your new kind of emotional strength and your assurance that you now have. Once again, I am Mark Kozak, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the future.